Hi, we are today making our new French toast recipe for the new dietary guidelines, and I think everybody's going to be really happy with this change. We are going to make French toast sticks and then sell it with the little containers of maple syrup for dipping. So the first thing we need to do is we need to prepare our pan. Now for Giovacchino, you'll be making these in the big sheet pans, and you'll be making a recipe that takes 51 eggs. We're not making that much for the demo. All right, so we have scaled it down. You want to spray your pan, okay, so that nothing sticks, and that's all good to go. And then we're going to take Texas toast, which is thicker bread, and we can actually find bread that's a little bit thicker than this, but this is what we have for today, and this will work fine. And then we will get a little thicker bread for the actual Giovacchinos. So I think we're going to slice these like this, and you're slicing them into thirds. And you want to use a bread knife, a scalloped edge bread knife, so that you don't ruin your bread as you're slicing, and you go back and forth like it's a saw. So there's your French toast sticks. Okay, so I'm just going to line these up in here. All right, like so. All right, oh, beautiful. So this is a really easy recipe, and basically now what we're going to do is combine everything else. So we need 3 eggs. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we need a ½ cup of milk, and we're using skim milk for this to help keep our calorie count down a little bit. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla. And again, you try not to measure over your bowl so that if you get too much, it doesn't end up in there. Okay, there's our teaspoon of vanilla. And we need a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm surprised at how many students don't know that you can use this edge as your leveler. Okay, so I'm going to scrape it in and then pull it back against that edge, and that makes a nice straight edge. So there's our ½ teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, and then we need a tablespoon of melted butter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this up just a little bit so that I'm not adding cold or warm butter to cold milk, because it'll just make the butter get solid. Okay, so I'll get that all mixed and then pour in my butter, and we are using a butter substitute, okay, a light butter, so that's fewer calories. Okay, and now I'm going to pour this over our French toast sticks. Now the bread will soak up this egg mixture. So you can let that soak a little bit, all right? And then we're going to cover this with plastic wrap, and then tomorrow we will bake it for Giovacchino. One thing that's a little different about this recipe is before we bake it, we're going to spray the tops with the spray so that when we flip the sticks over halfway, they don't stick to the bottom. All right, so we're going to put this in the fridge, and we'll bake it tomorrow. And you can see almost all the egg mixture has already been soaked up. So as I had said, we are going to spray these with the spray on the top. We are going to bake these for about 10 minutes and then flip them over and finish baking. Our French toast sticks have come out of the oven. Now these will go into our cinnamon roll boxes, all right? So each person will get 4 French toast sticks, all right? And so these will go into the box, and then we can put a little container of syrup, and serve that with them. The only note is that when I flip these over, it's easier if you flip them over coming from the side rather than this way. They tend to get scrunched up. But if you do it from this side, they're real easy to flip over. All right, enjoy.